Welcome to Nani Talks, the only anime podcast from the Mandem. I'm your host, TC Division.
Quantum One.
Slick.
They are.
Tunes.
Alright, cool. We have a dilemma from Rachel that says, if you guys know, okay, can you explain the need for the high-pitched voices, big boobs, and schoolgirl outfits in anime? And why do the strong females have deep voices? I don't get it.
Roids.
This guy, man.
Let's actually talk on this on a serious note.
Let's unpack it.
It's a stereotype that anytime you see a strong, muscular woman, that she's gonna have a deep voice, but they're basing that on the super muscular women that have deep voices because they take roids.
Mm.
Do you get me? So that's what it is, or growth hormone, whatever you want to call it, innit? That.
You know what I feel? I feel like the Japanese, like, in certain aspects in anime, I think they go like hyper, like they focus hyper on the Western society.
Mm.
So like, typically if you went to Japan, I mean, obviously you would in this day and age, but you wouldn't see a lot of female bodybuilders, would you really? I mean, I haven't been to Japan personally. I don't know if any of you guys have, but I don't believe the bodybuilding culture over there is that big. Whereas if compared to in America, the typical female bodybuilder is muscular, like it says, may not be on steroids.
I can only go off Korean 100, man. They're out there.
I was going to say that, you know.
That's very true.
They're out there. So physical 100.
Physical 100.
That's a Korean one.
Yeah, but that's
That's a Korean.
I'm not saying there's not a culture there, but what I'm saying is it's probably not as prevalent as it is in the West. So that's where they draw inspiration from, especially in some subjects. I just think that may be one of them. Do you know what I mean?
And then in regards to the high-pitched voices and the schoolwear outfits and that, like, obviously I haven't been there, but you've seen videos, like a lot of the females dress like that when they walk around the street, like the skirts, like little schoolgirl outfit, just in that. That's their culture thing. Like, so to us, it sounds a bit mad.
I feel like it's still elite culture, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just like, for them, it's their normal.
So that they.
I was only going to say, I think some aspects, I hear what you're saying with like, it's their culture thing. And another aspect in terms of like, she mentioned what's the need for the big boobs and them things there. I think Japanese, in the anime / manga culture in Japan, I think they definitely sexualize certain aspects. And the reason why I say that is because it's clear to see when they take their women serious, the women that they choose aren't voluptuous and whatnot, but they do fantasize over voluptuous women, but not to marry and not to be their woman, you know?
So to your point, if you look at all the mothers that are drawn, they're drawn properly, you know?
Mm.
Right? In anime, the mothers of what said hero is drawn properly.
Yeah.
Yeah? So I think it's...
That's a point.
It's predominantly men who produce the mangas, right? And I believe it's just a culture thing, you know, with the deep voices. The more you look like a man, the less you are a woman in their eyes, I think, in general. I'm speaking generally. So you're going to get if a woman's muscular, she's going to have a deeper voice. She's not going to display those
feminine
traditional, feminine, exaggerated qualities, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's why we see it predominantly, because it's predominantly male, right?
I feel like recently they've kind of, in anime of recent years, maybe come away from that a bit more. You do see like more feminine characters that are like crazy with whatever weapon they may be holding or wielding. Do you know what I mean?
But they still do put in there here and there.
Yeah, like to answer the question when they're asking, is there a need for it?
Well,
no, it's a fan service. Fans don't even really ask for it.
But I think it's a fan service for a certain type of fan, innit? Some
and an example, the muscular thing, like Maki from Fire Force.
Yeah.
She's that typical way of talking about the muscular deep voice, muscles all out.
And there's a whole cosplay industry behind it that women actually buy into too.
Yeah, of course.
So, it's a culture. Deep. It's deep in there.
Even what you just said there, you could argue off the back end of that there are a lot of women in the same, like, even like, I've seen a few like bodybuilders online. I can't name them, but I guess they like to do cosplay and that as well. And it'll be certain women that will choose a strong
Yeah.
character from anime, and
Yeah.
because they can see themselves in it, they'll do it.
100%.
You know what I
It's
mean?
a form of
So,
representation.
Yeah.
Innit?
One
I
of
think.
them- go on.
No, I was just gonna say, to answer that question, I just feel like it's just maybe their way of portraying certain images in
Correct,
culture.
yeah.
Funny enough, I went and done a little bit of research on this, and I come across a lady, basically a Japanese lady, breaking it down from a Japanese perspective, and she was basically saying that the Japanese men are quite heavily into dominatrix, or not even dominatrix.
Be
sorry.
dominant.
Dominance.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, dominance, said the wrong word. And they want to dominate their women. So from that now, it's all about, making that person one younger and smaller, an older man being able to dominate a younger woman or whatever. And that's how the schoolgirl outfits come into play, because that is what they're into in that dominance level of thing. And from that, it's all about them feeling powerful in that moment. They don't want a woman that is outspoken or that doesn't know her place, or do you know what I mean? So it stems down to that whole what's the masculine, what's the feminine in the situation. And I think that as with everything in it, in cultures have to find a balance in what they're doing. And I think that they've just gone one end of the spectrum too far. And it's just for people that aren't part of it, it will look a certain way, especially now that we're in this era of wokeness per se, where it's we're looking at who are talking to young girls and how you're addressing people and whatnot in the Orochimaru sense. Do you get me?
In the Hisoka sense.
In the Hisoka sense, do you know what I mean? So that's just obviously something to bear in mind.
Yeah, but even going off what you're saying, it's unless you understand anime culture or you're obviously from that, when you see that stuff, you're just what's going on? Because sometimes, you'll be watching anime and someone walk in and it's the bit with the gal out doing nothing. There's no context to it. It just looks like, what the hell are you watching? And it's sometimes they're there's no need for this. But as you said, it's fan service. But for someone that's obviously never watched anime or doesn't understand about it, when you're seeing that, you're thinking, yeah, this is just basically cartoon porn at some aspects.
Yeah.
But
hentai.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, but I know that hentai is rubbish, man.
Yeah, because they'll just throw it in there, for no reason. There'll be a mid-battle or something and someone will fall over and
That's Fire Force, isn't it?
That's Fire. That's Fire Force, yeah. The priest girl.
Yeah.
No, the priest girl, the one, the cat. The tent to the cat.
If it was to disappear today, all of that stuff, I wouldn't miss it. One of my favorite animes is Full Metal Alchemist. That was done by a woman. That's a female author. Had nothing of that stuff in there, and that was sublime.
Exactly.
It's not needed. It's not actually needed.
Another one that comes top of my head is Attack on Titan. Even I don't even think they really.
All of the best animes won't do that.
It's good.
Really and truly.
You know what? Back in the day, I didn't see so much of that.
All of the best animes won't do that.
There was, but it wasn't bad as now.
I've been seeing bare resurfaced clips of Ninja Scroll online recently. And I'm on my days, this is what's going on.
They have a tiny
wild.
But
the things that I have.
I'm saying just the anime of today, sorry, not today, the old one.
You're just seeing sex in there. It's an adult.
It's violations. That's what you're seeing in there.
Yeah, let's listen violation though. Let's move on from that.
Move to the next bit.
Anyway, warm-up question. This is one for everyone to think about, right? Best written villain in anime, worst written villain, and your favorite villain. So your favorite might not be any of the other two. It might be one of the other two.
Worst written villain is the one from My Hero Academia.
Or what?
Which one?
Shigaraki.
The older one.
All for One.
All for
One. That's the one.
All right.
Why? Why'd you say that?
It's again, man, it's that same situation of just putting a man in a suit and making him move. There's no thought to it. I just feel like there's no thought to it. It's an easy thing to do, and it's villainizing the big rich guys basically and making them into these bad guys. It's boring. It's no thought to it. Like, what did he like? He never gave anything, and even the main bad guy with the freaking at one point, what's his name?
Shigaraki with a hand on his face.
When he had the hands on his face, he felt like something.
The minute it came off, it's like he lost
came off.
There was good villains in there though, because I think both Stain and Overhaul.
Stain was
Stain was an anti-hero.
Sounds like an anti-hero.
No, yeah, but true. But he was also a villain at a point before they understood what he was about.
I would say that Stain was a good villain.
Yeah,
but I'm saying those two.
What about Overhaul? Donnie with a mask. I thought he was a good villain.
Which one's Overhaul?
The Donnie had the fur thing, he had the mask, the witch doctor's mask.
Oh, when the little girl that gave them bad powers.
I thought he was a good villain.
Yes, I know what you're talking. Yeah.
Right. He was better. He was actually better than the
That
main
was
villain.
actually better. I would have preferred if he was the like. And again, now we're talking like the setup of that and the character development, the look of the character as well. That was something. Like, that was actually something. He felt like a villain, but just the main. But
you know what?
The problem is that the main part of it was just.
You know what I think? Yeah, like when animes like kind of set up like the main character with like a villain from the early onset, it always kind of leads up to a big ending, and sometimes they don't always capture it right or live up to it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I think it's maybe a case of that in My Hero Academia.
Again,
but it was still good.
I just feel like
I enjoyed it.
The only time that I saw All for One and thought, nah, this guy's a bit mad was when he was a kid. Like the backstory of him being a kid with
his backstory's a bit mad,
with One for All. And that was it. And I was like, yeah, now you look like a villain to me, but I would have preferred them to keep him as a kid on some madness. Like, rather than, because he was, as a kid, he was on crud. Like, and then it was just like, yeah, just meaty.
Anyone else?
Worst written?
In terms of worst written, I think for me, off the top of my head, one that came was, was it Thriller Park in One Piece? And you got...
Morio.
Yeah.
Was that the ghost one?
The fact, that's what I was going to say. The
big one.
Vampire. Yeah, like a vampire.
The zombies.
I'll be real. Up until that point, like I'm binging One Piece because I've got that, and it was only up until Dressrosa. So like I'm watching that. And before I got there, I was like, yeah, man, I'm just enjoying everything. And then I just wanted it to get off that arc.
I look at that whole arc like a filler until it gets up to Zoro and Kuma.
Shit, you're right. Because that's the only good thing that actually came from it. Yes, that is the
only good thing that comes from that.
Yeah.
I know they met Brooke just before on the waters, but yeah.
Yeah, but that was before.
I felt like there was a lot of...
That's when the arc starts. Really,
I felt like there was just a lot of running in that arc.
Yeah, man.
Like everyone's just running for a long period of time.
That girl with the ghost.
The ghost thing was jarring
so
me.
annoying, man.
Like when I was watching, I'm thinking, wow, if I had to wait every flipping week for this, I'd have been mad.
But that's how I feel like. That's what I feel like they started doing again in Egghead. Just a lot of man running around, like just.
They have done a lot of running.
Around, man. Like and in the manga, it didn't really feel like that.
A great villain. Do you know another great villain that's
great or worst?
We're on the worst right now. Got to save the great.
No, because I was saying, yeah. So I literally was just hear what Steven said before he took it. The Moria, because he made no sense to me.
Worst villain.
He didn't.
That's fine. No?
The only other one I think of in my head, which I don't know if the rest of you have sort of got there, but I think it was season 2 of Dr. Stone, when they've reached a different island and they got the villagers that have obviously they use the stone to.
Do you know what it is with Dr. Stone? The first villain was so cold.
And then they made him friends.
Yeah. But I'll be real, I didn't mind. I thought when they made my man cool, I thought, okay, that means we're going to get another to fill that place that's even more devious.
Yeah.
But they didn't. And don't get me wrong, they might later.
They did in the manga from what I remember.
Yeah, see, cool. So like again, later on as it's progressing,
I struggle to go back to it. I really can't bring myself.
I don't read the manga anymore, but I read a good chunk of it.
Same. Struggling.
I did read a good chunk of it.
Yeah, man.
It gets like that. It's draining.
It started to give that same vibe as Baki, where everything's got a long, drawn-out explanation and we're going for a very, very long time learning about stuff that I just don't really care about.
Yeah.
And I get it. It's a science program. They're breaking down how you make things and whatnot. They're doing a lot of education.
I think
But
it was great in the first one because it was things that maybe we were like, right, okay, I didn't know what that was.
Yeah, like it was interesting.
And then it started being obvious things. And
over-explain.
Over-explain.
I feel like we get it.
time.
Like, my man can make stuff. My man's a scientist. Now, let's start getting to it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Let's actually start getting to it. Let's just expect this of man.
Yeah.
Crack it on. Give a short explanation. Get to the smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, so then, best written villain.
Top of the head.
Eisen.
Eisen, go on, explain why.
Yeah, man.
Like, Eisen, like the way, because like what I like about it is when Bleach first started, you would never suspect that he was going to turn to be a villain. They made him
Wait.
Super
Are you up to
Snake.
date?
I've seen that part. Yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
that for that.
Have you seen the end
I'm just checking.
of that?
No, that's
the premise of his character. I'm just saying, it's like he goes from the nerdy scientist guy. You just think, he's a captain, so he's obviously strong, but you just think every captain's got their strength in different ways. So you obviously assume his strength is obviously some sort of science-based.
Yeah.
Then next thing you know, my man is the most evil person going.
Yeah,
It's the way you're right. It's the way he turned as well.
Yeah, the turn that you never
moment he
expected.
came out to
That,
turn was like, what?
He's ruthless. He was like,
why are you?
ruthless.
Yeah, that's what it is. The way it came
His
up.
personality completely flips. Like, he went from like a
Full 180,
caring, thoughtful captain to just cold and ruthless. Don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I really like the fact that how Bleach has a lot of people that could potentially be villains.
Yeah.
And you just never know what kind of side man's playing on. Like the scientist guy. You kind of just...
see from him, but you expect it from him. You never expect it from Eisen.
No, 100%. But what I'm saying is that you expect it from him, but then he's always on the right side. I just like that dynamic where you kind of thinking it's going to be you.
Yeah, there's a lot of dubious characters.
Yeah. There's a few of them kind of characters.
And obviously there's the black man with the glass, what was his name? Tosin or Tosin.
Then they would say I had like all the hollows, like all the orangutans.
See, when the arachnids come in, it's like you thought, another set of villains. And it's almost like, wait, you guys villains or not? Because they're like, the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
And then they kind of need each other.
And it's like, even in the beginning, they made like Rukia's brother a villain. Like he was a villain in the beginning. Like, and they've made him, he's still kind of...
He's like anti-hero, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's a good guy, but obviously he's cold, innit?
Yeah. I like how they've done that in Bleach. I'll definitely give you guys that one with Bleach. I'm trying to think of... See, this is where I struggle with.
Well, my favourite one is... He didn't turn out to be a villain in the end, but Vegeta was a villain at one point.
Yeah, I think he's a very good written man.
And I like the way he changed over time and who he has become, because he was a real nasty piece of work when he arrived. So and he was a proper villain.
He was still...
But he changed, and I like that. So,
but he still has, the thing about him is he still has that in him, that essence of
that bad man cadence.
I'm a bad person. He's still got it in him.
He's still got it in him.
It's just
if it wasn't for
he's channeling what that is elsewhere now. So
he knows he can't beat Goku.
I really struggle with Vegeta.
I struggle with him too, man.
I really struggle with him. Nah, I just don't. I have no ratings, no respect.
Goku just solves all his problems.
I got more respect for Reddit.
Bro. Man's just there coming
Now you need to explain that, because that's
weird. Lost and left. I respect it.
Man came lost and left.
I respect it.
Listen,
Vegeta's just hanging around trying to claim he's gonna do battles and then taking L's.
Do you know what? Do you know why I lost respect from Vegeta? Yeah. There's Cell games where this guy let Cell power up and then got banged. At that point, I said, no, you're waste, man.
At that point, you're Krillin.
You're waste, man.
Yamcha.
You said, get to your perfect form. And then you got packed in. Like,
man, people are telling you for your favourite villain to the world.
He's a waste man, yeah.
At the point, no great villain.
I still love him. I still love that guy.
Yeah, of course,
I still love him. Yeah.
I think one of my favourites was Madara. Because
yeah.
I just feel like, don't get me wrong, there might be some better villains, but just in terms of how smoky and confident he was about everybody was like, wow, this guy really means it. And then to back it up, he's just hand-to-hand combat with anyone who comes forth.
Do you know what it is though, yeah?
Dialogue as well.
I feel like if we're talking Madara, you're talking smokiest villain.
Yes.
Cool, fair.
Best written villain, we're
There's
talking
someone
Pain.
else. Yeah.
We're talking Pain. Pain is definitely
Pain
like,
iconic,
yeah.
100%.
And do you know
I get
another,
it.
iconic,
do you
bro.
know another great
Like,
villain?
still to this day, like, when I see that scene, like, I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
Iconic, man.
Yeah, another great
Yeah.
villain is flipping Dabby from My Hero,
He's not,
Todoroki's brother.
he's not wrong, you know. That was a very
Great villain.
good
I think he's a
rollout
great
of that.
villain,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dabby's a better villain than
Vegeta.
All For One.
Yeah.
100
I agree.
million.
He's a better
Right,
villain than both of them.
He even to the point
Dabby's
where
a villain is,
to the point where he's even meant to be a part of the villain crew, but then there's a point in time where no one even knows. They're like, what? When he's released that he's My Man's son, everyone's looking at each other. Did you know?
Did you know that?
My man just
He's a great
joined the
villain.
thing for his own agenda.
Even that fight and the ending of that was even better.
Yeah.
That was even better.
him and his brother
fight
going
was
at
sick.
it.
cold.
Yeah.
That was wicked.
Like,
Even
that
the
was cool.
dialogue
Yeah.
exchange of raw, like,
Todoroki's a
you
G,
don't know what I've been through.
Yes.
He's
And then it's
truly,
like, wow, you don't, man.
he's truly
Yeah,
changed.
he's-
He's
yeah.
a proper villain now.
Yeah. No, I like that. I'm still struggling with villains, man. I think
Yeah, my mind's gone completely blank, bro.
I feel like anything nowadays, like we ain't got real villains no more, man. I genuinely
What about Mr. Yeager?
who's that?
Well, Eren
Attack on
Yeager.
Titan.
Eren Yeager.
Yeah, I forgot about
Ooh.
that.
What, you think he was
he's
a
a
villain?
madman.
In the end.
When you, in the end,
This is what I'm saying. Like,
No,
Yeah.
I don't even like him as a villain.
But he
So
didn't
I don't
even know
respect
what
his
he was
cause.
doing.
Yeah, he didn't know his
Yeah.
name. Yeah,
That's
man.
very
just
true.
sold it
I'll
for
put
me,
him
but
in
I
my
wasn't gonna
worst
watch it
villain
anyway.
bracket.
You
I
put him in the
refuse to
worst
finish it.
villain.
Yeah.
Worst villain.
Because at that point, he just...
Wait. He's saying we're spoiling it for him, but don't get me wrong, sort of, but at the same
Alright,
time,
cool.
not really.
Wow.
But
No.
listen, yeah,
Speak
listen,
on it.
yeah,
Speak on it.
all you're gonna say, you watch Attack on Titan, he does his thing, yeah, but at the end, his thing don't even make sense.
No, but this is the whole of Attack on
You're right.
Titan.
Yeah, no, the point. I need to watch it
Read
again
the
from beginning to
cycle
end to try and work out. No, because I got so confused. I
Oh, yeah,
literally
well,
watched
you're
it.
Mr. Attack on Titan, so
you know
you
what we're
do
talking
that.
about. They'll know.
I like it. I want
There was a good portion of Attack on Titan where I knew what was happening.
Yeah, they
Until we got
took
to
the long break. It's a long
Yeah,
break.
after the long break, and then they started to try to wrap things up. I was just like, what are you talking about?
Literally, I just watched it
I think
because
it's
I watched it for
because
so long.
I think that was because that last season was rushed.
Yes.
And you can tell.
Yes.
The writing, it was rushed.
terrible.
I think it was.
Everything else.
How many
built up.
seasons was there for?
Nah, so sure it's five.
Six.
Five was the
I think
last
it
one.
was five.
Was Gabby the little girl in
From
that?
after
Yeah,
the
Gabby
first
was a
season,
little-
She jarred me.
it was
I'll be
just
real.
Yeah, she was
She
annoying.
jarred me.
poor. From the moment they grew up, it was poor.
Yeah, but you got to pace that. It happens in anime. Pace slow down a bit of character building. Then it gets smoky again.
It was poor.
Vinland Saga, bro.
Well, nah, it was poor.
Vinland Saga's
Poor.
Askeladd, good villain, bro.
Hey,
Yeah,
that's
he's
a
a
good
good
one.
one.
That's a good one.
That's a good
That is
villain.
the best written villain.
Yeah, it goes in my best bracket.
You know what's
Yeah,
nice?
yeah, yeah.
It's
like,
come back to you, innit?
you can't argue that he's not a villain, but the way that he's perceived and you look at him, you're like, right, man, this guy's cool. But you forget that he fucking killed my man's dad.
He's a bad guy. man.
Yeah.
Nah, that was a good one.
Even 4K as well.
The fourth.
But he was alright.
That's what I was
Yeah,
gonna
Do
say.
you know as well?
Yeah.
I would say Broly's a better
one.
one.
His thumb off.
Broly is his thick cut.
I think Broly's a better villain.
Then who?
Yeah, but is he a villain?
Nah,
he
Broly's-
loses his mind.
Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying.
But that's what I like.
he's
He's one of the
he's-
worst villains.
He's like
Spurs.
an angel when
He's
he's
one of the
playing.
worst villains.
Right.
He's
No,
one of the
but
worst
he's
villains.
written to go crazy.
No, but
Yeah,
no,
is he
Doesn't
a
make him a good
villain?
villain, though.
See what you just said? How
He
he's
just
the worst
loses his
villain.
mind.
Isn't his whole backstory about why he hates Goku so much because he made so much noise as a
Yeah.
baby?
That's why he's angry.
That's not a good written.
That's what I'm saying. That's not a good written villain.
Broly's mindless.
I don't know though, man. That's a big like.
No, he's
No, he's just angry.
No,
Imagine this is me and you.
You were crying so much. That's why I hate you so much.
Like,
Yeah,
that's how
I
it
get it. I
feels.
get it.
That's how
I
it
get
feels,
it. I
innit?
get it.
Like-
Yeah, no, if you talk about worst written villain, yeah, Broly. That his reason for being a villain, bro,
is like,
No,
makes no sense.
he's not really saying at that point. He is, but he's not. Do you know what I
Even
mean?
you class him to be a villain.
Yeah,
Just-
that's what I mean.
he's
I
just
don't
something
feel
else.
like he's a villain.
Nah.
He's just
Nah.
some
He's just an angry
anomaly.
Saiyan.
Super Saiyan brute.
Yeah, that will give real villains and the good guys a run for their money. He's just some
He's supposed to fight
Something
everyone.
else.
Bare
He
strong.
wants to fight
Yeah.
everyone.
Ultra
Yeah.
villain.
He's bare strong. Like, there's too much dominance to the point where like you can't ignore him. But his reasoning is just crazy.
Yeah.
So
Go ask him why it was the fight. I said, I don't know. I just want to fight.
Alright, so then, what is your favourite villain? You don't have to go into a big, deep explanation. Just your favourite villain.
Aizen for me.
Aizen.
At the time, Bleach. For me, growing up, I was in on Bleach, man, and Aizen's my guy, bro. Can't go back on Aizen, man. Also, Pain, honourable mention, though.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
I want to say honourable mentions. I can't think of things, but I think Obito was a good one.
Obito was a good villain.
I didn't see the transition. I saw the transition happening, but it was too late. I knew, like, you know what I mean? They've already showed you now.
Listen.
But early on, I was none the wiser when I was watching that in Naruto. So
personally, he crashed out over a chick. Can't respect him. Personally, this guy.
Whole thing.
But do you know
when
what?
you go deeper, I hear it. But I'm just talking about
the whole world.
But this is why anime is so sick, because when you can actually break down like them type of things there to be like, and then you actually think about it and be like,
right, I didn't even think of it like that.
Cool, safe. You just X yourself.
All we had to do was just go back to Hidden Leaf. Would have been resolved.
So see me, it pains me to say it.
We could have avoided the whole ninja war.
oh my days.
And you know, if he wasn't really a villain.
He wasn't really a
but
villain.
he's
what he done?
He was an anti-hero. He was an anti-hero.
But he actually wiped out his whole clan for the purpose. Which, now that we get to the end point, we're like, okay, he done it for the greater good. But bro, he's a villain. He
wiped out his clan because his clan was trying to wipe out the
Bro, he's a traitor to his own clan.
Because they were the villains. They were the
villains, bro.
The clan was the villains.
Itachi was there for everybody, not just the couple.
And he worked for the government.
But that is his clan bloodline, bro. He said, Hidden Leaf,
bro.
Yeah, you guys are cool.
And listen,
I'm expecting you to wipe this guy out if he's doing a madness.
Yeah. Because your brother.
There we go. He's doing a madness.
And this how you know it's not my favourite villain, but it's how you know he's great villain. It pains me to say it, but Blackbeard.
Blackbeard. Sorry,
I don't know, man.
Sure about this
I feel like I don't know enough
it.
about him to put him in that bracket.
I'm not gonna lie to you. He's my most disliked villain.
Yeah,
this is why I have to say
on the basis where
I want to know more about him, though.
I wish he never had those powers.
The hate I have for Blackbeard,
I'm
not giving him no flowers ever.
This is why.
He's a horrible man.
He's a villain.
Oh my God.
He's a villain.
He's not a villain though, man. He's just overpowered.
He got Ace locked up. He's the reason why Ace is dead.
He's a villain.
He's the reason why Ace is dead.
He's a villain, bro.
Not a villain.
He's the reason.
He's a villain of villains.
Nah, man.
He's vile.
You're flaring up again. Go.
He's a vile man. Sure. If I saw
I'm not rating him as a villain though, man.
Nah, Blackbeard can...
There you go. See, proper villain. Look, everyone's just...
No, Blackbeard's just a weasel, man.
That's it right there. He's a weasel. He's not even a villain.
I agree with that.
I got one. How do we find Hisoka as a villain?
Hisoka?
No.
He was a...
personally, it's Killua's brother. He's a villain.
Yes.
What's his name? Anyone?
Oh, what's his name again?
Myth. Throw him up.
We'll throw him up.
No, it's not that.
Yeah, but he is a villain.
Yeah.
Pretty much all of Killua's family, they're villains.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
Killua's little brother's a villain as well.
Yeah, but that's because they're all deranged.
No, he's older, innit?
The family's deranged, fam.
What do you mean, his little sister?
Nah, he's got another brother in it. So he's got two brothers.
Yeah. The one that's older, but
the one that
middle.
sits on the computers.
Yeah, he's just
the fat one.
Yeah.
And the other one with the pins and shit.
Yeah, no fat shaming, man.
Yeah, Illumi, that's it.
Yeah.
I'm not just out here fat shaming. Don't fat shame.
He's a personal trainer. He's trying to motivate.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna put my Instagram there. Plug me.
What about
denied?
I got another one. This is a well-written villain. Maybe not my best, but a well-written villain from Full Metal Alchemist, Show Tucker.
Yes.
No. He's not a villain. That's a disgrace to him.
The doctor.
He's not even... No. We don't talk about that guy. That's a disgrace.
Show Tucker, man.
That's
Who's
lower
that
than
again?
dirt on
Full
the
Metal
ground.
Alchemist Brotherhood.
That's how you know
No,
Full
who's that
Metal was
again?
brilliant.
The Donnie that turned his daughter into the Crimea,
doctor.
fam.
Bro,
Yeah.
That's
Into
not
the
a villain.
Chimera, right?
That's,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
lower than
horrible.
dirt. We don't talk about that
Yeah,
guy.
but he's a villain, bro.
Nah, it's not a villain.
That's
So
what
he's a
he's
sick
doing.
That's a
man.
sick,
A sick
sadistic,
man.
crazy
He was.
guy. That's not a
That's
villain.
all villains at the
Nah,
moment.
man.
Or Michimaru's level.
Bro, that's all
Hey,
villains.
Even though Chimaru's a great villain.
Like,
Nah,
I
he's
prefer-
not.
No,
He's
he's-
a
He's
villain.
anti-hero.
Now you know the truth.
He's a
perverted
pedo
villain, that's what he
anti-hero.
is.
Peter anti-hero.
They're in a whole different league of villain. They're
villainous.
Yeah.
they're
I think it's Show Tucker and Eisen up there, and then Payne just slightly.
Payne's a very good.
Payne honourable
Payne.
mention there. That's a
You
good.
put Tucker above Payne.
Listen, that guy is crazy, bro. He sacrificed his daughter and turned her into like a dog hybrid.
Nah, man.
That's mad. Imagine doing
That's
that. You
not
might,
a villain.
hold on, you might have got kids. Deep
check
it,
that.
bro.
you might have got kids.
That's why I said he's not a villain. That's just a sick, sadistic
bro.
waste, man.
That's a villain, bro.
Nah, man.
Alright, Payne's
Right.
cool is higher, but
Here we go.
Man himself, Show Tucker.
Right. First topic. Mental health in anime. Like, so there's an anime called March Comes In Like a Lion. I can't remember the game that the main character plays. It's a Japanese game. But basically he's a loner, and the anime goes into talking about him and how he finds it hard to build relationships. And then there's this one person that comes into his life and the struggles he has with his inner thoughts and reading people wrong. That covers mental health. Then we got Neon Genesis Evangelion. I can never say that.
Evangelicus.
Neon Genesis Evangelina.
Yeah.
There we go.
Evangelion. Evangelion.
You know what? I've always said Evangelion.
Evangelini.
Hey, either or, like that deals with mental health.
What? How? When? What? What's it saying? What's it did?
What? Neon Genesis?
Yeah.
obviously.
Everybody loses his mind.
Remember,
What, because of the robot?
Yeah.
Every time he uses it, he's going
He
more and
started
more
getting
crazy.
mad. Yeah.
And even before that, he just wanted to get accepted by his dad. Like, he was a loner. Like, bro, he was a sad child.
I'm struggling to remember that story.
And then obviously
Only
things
because I
like
started watching
Attack
the other
on
day on
Titan,
Netflix, that's why.
Attack on Titan and
I was gonna say
Tokyo
that,
Ghoul, they deal with mental health. So Attack on Titan is more about the trauma, the PTSD and stuff.
Yeah.
Tokyo Ghoul is that
Like a
figuring
titan,
out who
sunny.
you are.
Yeah.
You know, you were something and now you're not.
Something else.
Yeah.
You know, so how do you feel that comes across? What is your view on the mental health and how anime portrays that? And then what are like the lessons you can get from it? You know, self-care and emotional resilience and things of that nature. Doesn't have to be those anime specific. Those are just examples that like we have.
I like Mob Psycho for mental health. About a kid trying not to crash
That's
out.
pretty good.
Yeah,
bro.
that's
Again, that's another one. That's totally left. But that's definitely one.
That's what I like, Bob.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It's totally left. Because when you watch that, you wouldn't really clock that at first.
And it's mad as well.
That's definitely one of them.
Yeah, I think Mob Psycho is a really, really good one because
Yeah, that's a great shot.
when and again, Mob Psycho, like you could literally look at Mob Psycho like how anybody goes through their day. Like, do you know what I mean? You could go through your day and it's that whole situation of being like, you know, like we're gonna make today a good day. Like today's gonna be a good day. Then something happens. Then something else happens, and it's just
He's like, not trying to get 200, he's not trying to get 200.
Yeah, just piling up, and you might get something that just brings you back down, and it's like right back up. Do you know what I mean?
More time as well, he kind of crashes out. Not so much when things are done to him. It's like people around him. He kind of crashes
But
out.
that's all the biggest. Like in humans, the people that are protectors. They're never crashing out because
For
of what
themselves.
people are doing to them. They're crashing out for other people.
And another one that's good and that even just shows why working out and doing something is good for your health is hippo. Like, it goes from when you feel like you can't accomplish nothing to literally finding something that you actually want to put your mind to distract you from what's ever going on in your life and actually becoming a master at whatever you've done. Like,
I feel like, I don't know if Hippo was trying to move away from, was trying to find a distraction. It felt like, to me, Hippo was trying to gain confidence.
That's what I'm saying to you. Like, before that, I see. That's what I feel like. But obviously, when you lack confidence, that's a sign of mental health per se, because it's like you're lacking something in your life. Like, you don't, like, he wasn't a sociable person. Like, other than helping his mum out at the shipyard, they was basically his friends. So you're a kid with grown men as friends.
Yeah,
like,
he
never had his friends before. It wasn't that until he started the gym. That's when he came out of his shell.
And that's when he done his thing.
I'm saying that's the reason why I say it. Like, because he might not have been a loner, but you as a kid with grown men as friends going fishing.
He didn't get a girlfriend until time as well. There's even they say the Hippo theory about how white man's remained celibate for so long. There's the reason why my man dominated the boxing game when he was going through.
Yeah. That's a thing as well.
Yeah,
that
it is. So
that
it's
is
funny that
definitely
is
a
a
thing.
theory, but yeah, facts.
Any other animes that you feel may not necessarily cover the mental health as in obviously, but something, maybe there's a lesson within it that could help someone who...
Naruto Pain Saga. I feel like that was that had a lot to do with mental health and how neglect and like just the lack of things can affect a human. And how they can wanna again crash out
on the world. Yeah, the world.
Because of that neglect. Do you know what I mean? Because that was pretty much like the whole Akatsuki was like a bunch of neglected
kids,
warriors, the kids that turned into ninjas that was given sanction to go and clot whoever they wanted to clot. Like, do you know what I mean?
And do you know, I wouldn't say as in they suffer from mental health, but it just shows you where if you put your mind to something and just do what you believe in, no one can stop you. Like Asta from Black Clover. He was one person in a world where if you don't have magic, you're no one. And this man said, I'm going to be Wizard King. Are you in a world where you have no magic, everyone's like, you're a loser, I'm going to be Wizard King. And my man got his grimoire, done everything, but it's like he never, every time someone said to him, you're not going to be a wizard, he's like, yeah, I am.
So
Yeah, I am.
He's showing that resilience.
Yeah,
That's that
resilience.
mad resilience, borderline crazy.
Yeah,
It's like,
100%.
it's just not,
So
not normal.
you'd argue that's like he's got had a positive sort of mental state for himself. So like Rock Lee, rather than put yourself down.
Extreme, he's just
It's
that.
like, I'm gonna believe in myself.
that's
So
it.
no one else believes in me.
Yeah.
So that's definitely a
Positive
positive.
side of mental,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely about the frame of mind you put yourself in. But then, like,
anything a bit more left field other than something that we mentioned we mentioned quite a lot.
all the anime that Black Star mentioned when he was speaking, they're all negative types, but they all like have powerful messages in there.
I'd say maybe Michiko and Hatchin. It's a mother and daughter vibe, but it's like the mother is in no one could argue no state to be a mother, but she's been locked up. She loves her child, so when she escapes, she goes looking for her child, and they have to navigate the crazy world of Brazil. I think it is together, and obviously they end up being in favelas and all other stuff, having to rob stuff just to get by in life sometimes. But I think as a young child and being a mother, it's like, one, the mother has a job to look after her child, but at the same time, the child wants to live a certain life, but the life that they're living is not necessarily the one she wants to live. And they sort of have to go through navigating that change together. So, man, I'd say that's got to do with a bit of mental health there. Cause,
that one's a bit of a deep one still.
Yeah.
I never even deeped that one like that so much.
Is there anything that you feel like shows a bit of self-care? Because that's something that I feel like...
What, from like a negative place?
Yeah, like someone, maybe a character being in that bad space and then turning things around with that self-care. Because I feel like that's something that people who do go through these mental challenges, that's something that they don't see at first.
Well,
they get to that stage, but they don't see it at first.
That's the first person.
Naruto.
That is the first person that came to my mind was Naruto.
Yeah, Naruto.
Because of the
Exactly
whole
what you just
situation
said.
with the hidden leaf,
Yeah,
like, and now
exactly what you just
nobody.
said,
No one, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, his form of self-care was pushing forward, I guess.
Yeah.
His form of self-care was deciding that he's gonna be the biggest person in his village and making that step towards it and making everybody respect him. and making everybody love him to the point where he made his family.
Naruto could have legit been another Pain. And I think that's the dialogue that they used to have.
Yeah, the comparison. That's the reason why Pain had so similar to
that
Naruto.
loved him. There was at least two. The third Hokage and what's the other sensei that he had?
Ichi.
The first sensei he had.
I know.
The third Hokage still, because
I know you're talking about.
You end up telling his father,
Yamato.
It was it began with an I.
You don't even you just let Naruto just lived a bit bummy, man. Like he has to, you know what I mean? He's got to ask for extra bowls of ramen and that. Like, but you promised his dad, being the third Hokage, that you're gonna look after him. And don't get me wrong, I guess you never let the kid die, but the way you brought him up, it's like you still very much unloved and shunned.
No, it's
How do I say that?
But these guys have
Iruka, that's it.
It's not an ordinary psyche. They are positive. Like they're almost like naturally positive. So Naruto will go, instead of being bummed out, he will go and things like that, and drawing graffiti or whatever. But you rarely see Naruto really unhappy. Like sometimes you see him on the swings alone. But other than that, he's just like jokes. And
I think that's even
his cry for help.
I think that's even worse.
However, he's like he is still loved, and I think over time people do get to see him because I think he's just given that space. I think his first sensei reminds everybody, to keep an open mind. And the third Hokage, everybody in the village knows, keep an open mind. And he's because he's got this curse, this nine-tailed fox, and everybody knows that it's within him.
Before he knew, innit?
Yeah. But like, I think ordinarily they have this thing that keeps them going. He just keeps going rather than gets bummed out and hangs himself and turns himself into a villain. Do you know what I mean?
But I think that's
so I don't see how they address it like properly.
How they address his state of mental health.
Yeah, he's like...
If you think about it though, yeah, like a child that goes through neglect or gets into those states of mind, often what they'll end up doing is they'll end up playing and this is like real life, right? They'll end up playing the class clown. It's all a cry for help. I think they addressed it in quite a normal way.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I didn't see the self-care per se. I think Naruto had this, like he still had this belief that he could be something.
Yeah, I agree, but that didn't come until he
still wanted to become a Hokage.
Yeah. No, I get it.